Hello and welcome to another video for the Juvenile Justice course. In this video, we're going to talk very briefly about Piaget's stages of cognitive development. For Piaget, there were four basic stages. The first stage, roughly birth to 2 years old, is the sensoromotor stage. And in this stage, the child is developing their thought processes, their thinking. So that's what cognitive means, their thinking development, by exploring the world through their senses. In fact, a newborn will almost immediately, if you stick your hand down next to them, they'll almost immediately wrap their hand around your pinky or finger. They're learning about the world through touch at that point. They will put things in their mouth and taste them. The pacifier is very important. So all of this is learning through the senses, or the sensoromotor stage. In the pre-operational stage, children are learning to represent and refer to objects and events with words or images. So they're going to learn how to talk in this stage. They're going to learn how to use intuitive rather than logical reasoning. And they many times believe that inanimate objects possess human feelings and emotions. If you watch Disney movies, you will see that Disney takes advantage of this idea, and it is very entertaining and educational for children. So it's important to understand this. Now, in the concrete operational phase, children begin to be able to think logically. They're able to reverse their thinking. They're able to understand analogies. But in this age, it's normally only about those things that are concrete. They understand the theory of conservation, meaning if something isn't there in their view, that doesn't mean that it has ceased to exist. Now that begins in the sensoromotor stage, actually, as well as in the preoperational stage. And an infant begins to realize that just because mom is not in the room doesn't mean that mom is just totally kaput, right? Okay, and then around age 12 is the formal operational stage. This is when the child begins to be able to use abstract reasoning. Okay. They're able to look at hypothetical events and situations, consider logical possibilities, and systematically examine and test their hypotheses. So the abstract reasoning really begins to develop at around 12 years old and into adulthood. Now, it's important to understand that at 12 years old and through, high school, they're developing that abstraction ability. We hope that by the time you get into college, where you are now, that this abstract ability has been developed strongly enough that you're able to look at abstract concepts in a much deeper sense. But roughly the second two stages are the ones that we really are going to look at for juvenile justice. Now, I'm going to encourage you to do this. Now, this is a very basic one. It does not go into a lot of detail. So I am going to encourage you to go online and read more about Piaget. Ask yourself if there's anything Dr. B got wrong. Is there anything Dr. B left out? We will see you next video.